Imagine this. You receive an innocent-looking email. Your AI assistant reads it, processes it, and then becomes infected. Not with a traditional virus, but with something far more insidious, a self-replicating AI worm that spreads through the very neural networks we've come to trust. This isn't science fiction. This is Morris 2, and it's already here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're fascinated by the intersection of cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, you're in for a wild ride today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into one of the most concerning developments in AI security. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. To understand Morris 2, we need to go back to November 2nd, 1988. Picture the early internet, a cooperative playground where security was almost an afterthought. The Morris worm, or internet worm, of November 2, 1988 is one of the oldest computer worms distributed via the internet and the first to gain significant mainstream media attention. At around 8:30 p.m. on November 2nd, 1988, a young grad student named Robert Tappan Morris released something that would change our view of cybersecurity forever. Within hours, this digital parasite had infected thousands of computers across the early internet, grinding systems to a halt and sending shockwaves through the computing community. But here's the thing, that was just the beginning. Fast forward to 2024, and researchers have created something that makes the original Morris worm look like a toy. They call it Morris 2, and instead of targeting traditional computers, it's going after something far more powerful and ubiquitous: artificial intelligence systems. Researchers have created a new, never-seen-before kind of malware they call the Morris 2 worm, which uses popular AI services to spread itself, infect new systems, and steal data. Think about how integrated AI has become in our daily lives. Your email assistant reads and responds to messages. Your chatbot helps with research. Your AI-powered customer service handles sensitive information. Now imagine all of these systems becoming compromised not by traditional hacking, but by the AI models themselves being tricked into spreading malicious content. Morris 2, the first worm designed to target Gen AI ecosystems through the use of adversarial self-replicating prompts. The study demonstrates that attackers can insert such prompts into inputs that, when processed by Gen AI models, prompt the model to replicate the input. This is fundamentally different from anything we've seen before. Traditional malware exploits software vulnerabilities. Morris 2 exploits the very intelligence of AI systems, turning their ability to understand and generate content against them. Let me break down exactly how this digital nightmare works, because it's both brilliant and terrifying. Recent studies have uncovered the insidious capabilities of self-replicating malware, exemplified by the Morris 2 strain created by researchers. Building upon the legacy of the infamous Morris worm, this modern variant employs advanced techniques to compromise Gen AI email assistants. Step 1. The Trojan horse. The attack begins with what researchers call an adversarial self-replicating prompt. This isn't random code. It's a carefully crafted message designed to look innocent to humans but trigger specific behaviors in AI systems. Step 2. The infection. When an AI system processes this prompt, something insidious happens. The AI doesn't just respond to the prompt, it incorporates the malicious instructions into its own output. It's like a biological virus that hijacks a cell's machinery to reproduce itself. Step 3. The spread. A group of researchers created a first-generation AI worm that can steal data, spread malware, spam others via an email client, and spread through multiple systems. The infected AI system then communicates with other AI systems, spreading the worm through what's called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation systems. Here's what makes this particularly dangerous. Unlike traditional worms that need to exploit specific software vulnerabilities, Morris 2 exploits the fundamental nature of how AI systems process and generate information. Every time an infected AI system communicates with another AI system, it has the potential to spread the infection. Real-world implications. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds scary in theory, but what does this actually mean for me? Let me paint you a picture that should keep you up at night. Scenario 1, the corporate nightmare. Imagine you work at a major corporation that uses AI assistants to handle customer inquiries. Morris 2 infects your system through a seemingly innocent customer email. Within hours, every AI interaction becomes a potential data theft opportunity. Customer information, proprietary data, internal communications, all of it becomes accessible to attackers. Scenario 2, the healthcare catastrophe. Picture a hospital using AI to assist with patient communications and record management. A Morse 2 infection could not only steal sensitive medical information, but also manipulate AI-generated medical summaries or appointment schedules. Lives could literally be at stake. Scenario 3, the personal privacy breach. For individuals, the threat is equally serious. Your AI email assistant gets infected and starts secretly copying your personal correspondence, financial information, and private conversations to attackers. The AI continues to work normally, so you have no idea you've been compromised. The worm demonstrates the potential dangers of AI security threats and creates a new urgency around securing AI models. The researchers who created Morse 2 didn't do this to cause harm. They did it to demonstrate a critical vulnerability in our rapidly expanding AI ecosystem. But the implications are staggering. The parallels between the original Morse worm and Morse 2 are both fascinating and alarming. Though lacking malicious intent, Morse's experiment exposed critical security flaws and prompted lasting changes in cybersecurity, ethics, and the law. In 1988, the Morse worm exploited the trusting, cooperative nature of the early internet. Today's computing and the internet in 1988 are no longer the cooperative milieu or playground, it's a serious atmosphere. But here we are in 2025, and we've created an entirely new cooperative playground, the world of AI to AI communication. The Morse worms incident is viewed as one of the many turning points in the evolution of cybersecurity. It demonstrated the inherent weaknesses in early internet systems. Just as the original Morse worm forced us to rethink internet security, Morse 2 is forcing us to confront the reality that our AI systems are fundamentally vulnerable in ways we're only beginning to understand. The original worm led to the creation of CERT, the Computer Emergency Response Team, and fundamental changes in how we approach cybersecurity. The question is, what will Morse 2 lead to? So how do we defend against something like this? The challenge is unlike anything cybersecurity professionals have faced before. Traditional antivirus software looks for known malicious code patterns, but Morse 2 doesn't use code in the traditional sense. It uses language. It exploits the AI's ability to understand and generate natural language, which is exactly what we want AI systems to be good at. From this alone comes an entirely new sphere of security products, practices, norms, planning, response, detection, and other things that simply did not exist during the worm attack. They emerged from it. We're going to need new detection methods. Instead of scanning for malicious code, we need systems that can detect malicious prompts and adversarial content in natural language. AI isolation protocols. Just like we use firewalls to protect networks, we may need to implement AI firewalls that carefully screen all inputs and outputs from AI systems. Prompt sanitation. Every input to an AI system may need to be thoroughly analyzed and sanitized before processing, but this could significantly slow down AI performance. The fundamental problem is that we're trying to secure systems whose primary function is to be helpful, responsive, and creative. It's like trying to make a perfectly secure door that anyone can walk through. Morse 2 represents a critical inflection point for the AI industry. Fast forward to 2025, and another worm, also associated with Cornell, has emerged. This time, a group of researchers developed what they believe to be the first self-replicating AI worm. For AI developers, this changes everything. Security can no longer be an afterthought. It has to be built into the foundation of every AI system from the ground up. We're looking at a future where AI systems need zero trust architecture. Every AI interaction, internal or external, needs to be treated as potentially malicious. Prompt engineering becomes a security discipline. The way we craft prompts and train AI systems will need to consider adversarial attacks as a primary concern. AI communication protocols need encryption. When AI systems talk to each other, those conversations may need to be encrypted and authenticated, just like human communications. Regulatory oversight will increase. Just as the original Morse worm led to the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act being more strictly enforced, Morse 2 will likely trigger new regulations specifically targeting AI security. The genie's out of the bottle. Now that we know AI worms are possible, it's only a matter of time before malicious actors develop their own versions. Discover the vulnerabilities of AI models to worms as seen in the emergence of Morse 2, highlighting the importance of AI ethics and the need for strategic discussions in the tech industry. But here's the thing, awareness is the first step towards defense. The researchers who created Morse 2 did this to wake us up to this threat before it becomes widespread in the wild. We're at a crucial moment in AI development. We can either learn from this demonstration and build more secure AI systems, or we can ignore the warning and wait for a real attack to teach us the hard way.